So today I want to talk to you about how to lose 100 pounds in 2026. Now this is a specific and sustainable plan, so results may vary depending on your particular situation, how much you need to lose, all kinds of different things. But this is a plan to help you lose between 1 to 2 pounds a week for the next 52 weeks. And there's a lot of people starting their weight loss goals for January 1st, so I thought this would be a really welcome video. So before you start any kind of a diet or exercise program, please check with your doctor first. Just make sure that you're healthy and ready to go. So the first thing that we want to do is focus on a healthy plate when we're eating our meals. Now you can do this very easily by dividing it up. So you don't really have to count calories and focus on all this other stuff. Make it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. I love that saying. If you take a half of your plate and divide it up into fruits and vegetables, a quarter of your plate that's left and divide that into protein, and then the rest into healthy carbs, that is a really good way to monitor what you're eating. And it's an easy way without following a simple plan. So another good idea, now I've lost 73 pounds, just over 73 pounds, and this is my year in 2026 to hit my 100-pound weight loss goal. So I did it primarily on a program called Trim Healthy Mama. I'm going to link the books and things below. I'm not doing this video on Trim Healthy Mama, but I have tons of videos on that, different recipes and different things I've done over the last year and a half in my playlist for Trim Healthy Mama. So check them out if you're interested. And I've got the cookbooks and the starter book listed in my description below. Now, a general guideline for protein is that you really focus on having it at every meal. It's very important to help contain and rebuild your muscles. It keeps you satiated longer. You feel fuller. I mean, everything about protein is a good thing. And if you eat enough protein, it's going to help you to lose weight. You want to aim for a palm-sized portion of protein at every meal. That will pretty much take care of it, no matter what it is, whether it's meat or lentils or beans or however it is you take in your protein. That's a good way to measure it if you're not on a specific plan. Good examples of protein are eggs, chicken, beef, turkey, Greek yogurt, tofu. I mean, there's a lot of good things you can get protein. And if you're having things in the middle of your meals, you can always have nuts and different kinds of whey protein. There's all kinds of great protein shakes and even protein bars out there that you can snack on between your meals. I thought it would be really helpful to give you some examples of a typical day that would really help you to kind of monitor how you're doing your diet. So I'm going to start off with breakfast. And if you start off with eggs, maybe 2 or 3 eggs, a little bit of fruit, or Greek yogurt, berries and nuts, that's a perfect breakfast. And again, kind of follow that guideline of the palm of your hand. That'll give you an idea of what you need as far as protein. For lunch, maybe chicken or beans, rice or potatoes. I prefer sweet potatoes over white potatoes, but you can have potatoes. You just really should cut back on all the butter and cream and all that other stuff. And vegetables. So divide up your plate that way for lunch. For snack, maybe protein plus a fiber. You could have yogurt, the Greek yogurt and an apple, or peanut butter and cheese. Those are both really good snack ideas. And for dinner, maybe a protein. Remember, a quarter of your plate in either fish or chicken, tofu, however you like your protein. And then vegetables and carbs or healthy fats. And if you're going to have any kind of I'd say like a dessert, you know, there's a lot of really healthy options out there. You can make a chia pudding. You can use different kind of sweeteners like monk fruit versus sugar. And, you know, I do that on occasion. Sometimes I'll use a sugar-free pudding. I'll mix it with some almond milk, the 30-calorie almond milk, and some kind of a sugar-free pudding with the chia seeds, and it's a great dessert. The things you'll want to cut back on or eliminate from your diet are sugar, white flour, things like that. And really eating out of boredom. Try to go do something. Try to stay active doing other things rather than sitting down to eat. Kind of be intentional about what you're going to be eating. That'll help you a lot. And also you'll want to cut back on different things like ultra processed snacks. And there's all kinds of non-sugar items that you can have out there. If you really are someone who's addicted to soda or something, there's all kinds of 0-calorie drinks, sparkling water. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. And there's so many flavors. The next thing to remember is don't starve yourself. You can be in a calorie reduction without starving yourself. And you know what? The more that you do that kind of thing, the more likely you are to gain your weight back. Try to remember to have meals that are regular. Make sure to don't skip breakfast. You make sure that you'll eat so that your next meal you're not starving and grabbing whatever's in front of you. Remember to move. Whatever kind of exercise you enjoy, remember to move. You can even, do walking. Walking is going to be really helpful for you. If you aim for 8,000 to 12,000 steps a day, that's going to be a huge help to you in your exercise program. But if you're a member of a gym or you're not a member of a gym, there's so many things that you can do that'll help you to get the exercise in every day and just make sure that you're on track. Examples of different kinds of exercise are leg press, pull-ups, sit-ups, all kinds of things. And if you don't have a gym, you can do a lot of this with your own body weight at home. You should aim for 2 to 3 sessions a week of 30 to 40 minutes of good exercise. That's going to be enough to help you through your trying to lose your 1 to 2 pounds a week. Cardio is really good for your heart. It's really good to keep your heart moving and getting lots of exercise. And good examples of that are swimming, biking, running, jogging, whatever it is you enjoy. That's what you should be doing. Now, cardio is really optional. It's mainly losing weight comes down to a calorie deficit, and exercise will definitely help. But it's very good to make sure that you're exercising, doing your cardio for your own health. A good example of what you should be doing as far as exercise every week is 3 days of strength training, every day walking. Everybody can do walking, even if you're doing it on a treadmill. You should be doing cardio 2 days a week, and then you should have 1 full day of rest. So whatever day that is every week, you should be making sure that you get rest as well. You should shoot for 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single day. That should be a priority. Sleep helps us to repair our cells, and it will help you to lose weight. So if you're not sleeping, that's something you should really be working on. Make sure to track your progress beyond the scale. You don't have to just focus on the scale. There's a lot of ways to track your progress, and I have tons of videos on this, but you want to make sure to track your progress every day by the way that you feel, the way your clothes are fitting, the scale, and other things like that. Just remember, you don't have to be perfect at this. Consistency beats perfection every day of the week. So make sure you're not skipping meals. Make sure to have protein at every meal. Make sure you're trying to get as much exercise as you can and put yourself in a calorie deficit, and you are going to lose weight. January 1st is right around the corner, and we've got just a couple of days to kind of put things in order, maybe get your grocery list together and kind of get a plan in place. So if you're open to losing 100 pounds this year, or whatever that number is for you, take these simple steps into consideration, and I want to wish you a happy 2026 with your weight loss plan. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel. Give me a like, a thumbs up, or ring that bell for future notifications, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.